I'll just give it a minute because I'm scared to start. This will be the third and last time. Let's see. Okay, so this is the last device. You guys are troopers, and I'm really trying, but if someone just let me know any better, if not, that's all I got. So wait and see. Hopefully you guys can see and hear. I don't know if you could see or hear, or if it's the same. I'll put a question here. Any better or oh. Oh God. Okay, you can see and hear. Thank you, Terrell. Okay, y'all, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, I would rather see the comments than myself. I can't see myself. Y'all, I tried on my iPad, not working. I tried on this phone, not working. And I am on my cell phone on my data plan. What I was saying before is that I'm in a quaint hotel that needs some updating. And to get Wi-Fi service, you got to get these little papers printed out with the code. And it's not the best experience, but I'm so glad that you all are here. Thank you so much for sticking with me and trying with me. I was not even planning on going live tonight because of all of this craziness, but I'm just looking at this and, I'm going to go through. If you guys have any questions, I'm still going to continue to post for you, but I am behind because the travel that we're doing is very, how do you say, I don't want to say demanding, but it's a full itinerary. So we're walking a lot, we're busing a lot. You guys got me. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. All right. So I don't even know who's going to put up with this, but I'm glad that the third time is the charm. I'm not going to touch anything. But I did want to do an impromptu live. What I was saying, I'll do my little quick introduction, but what I was saying earlier is that I apologize that my pre-recorded series got cut short. I have recorded, I know, very structured traveling. Thank you, Leanne. Y'all, I'm even scared to bring anything to the screen. It is so finicky here. But yes, I've got a full itinerary. And today we were in Venice or Venezia. Buonanotte. So good evening, night, everyone. So I just thought I'd, go on today and walk you guys through what we did. It was a lot. I just dumped everything into a photo album, and we're not going to go through every single thing, but that's kind of how I organize my photos. I love Google Photos for that. So I'm just going to kind of start at the beginning of today. Oh God, it's a lot. I'm going to clean it up as I go. And then if you guys have any questions, I'm looking at the chat. I am not looking at anything else. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask me. And oh God, I'm going to have to put the link. All right. Link in the description to the very first one of these that I scheduled. I'm going to try and drop it here. I am so scared to touch Okay, hopefully we're back. I am dropping the link to the photos if you guys want to follow along, completely optional. I was hoping what I really do now. Oh God, see, I don't want to touch anything. What I really wanted to do, hey Mona, thank you for being here. Let's see, I think I can show, okay. Y'all, I'm on my phone. Thank you, Leanne. And uh, thank you, Terrell or Terrell. I want to make sure that, all right, I'm just making sure that I'm in the screen, y'all, because, all right, I think we're good. What a mess. What a mess. All right, focus on the comments, Maggie. Okay. Hi. Thank you, Mona. Mona says it looks like we're having a great time. We are in this hotel. But yes, we are. So let me just go ahead and start by introducing myself and walk you guys through what we did today. But hi, for anyone new. Sorry for all of the struggle streaming, but I'm Maggie, your substitute teacher. Welcome to my usually struggle cooking show, but clearly I'm traveling. I'm not in a kitchen. I'm in a quaint hotel in Venice, Italy. And I have been taking you guys along my travels. How is Alex liking it? Well, he's here. Alex, do you want to come say hello? Now I'm on my cell phone. They want to know how you're liking the travels.
Hello.
How are you liking Switzerland and Italy?
I wake up late. I go to sleep late. Because the time is weird.
Was changed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, not really. I'm just.
Did you have good food today?
Yes, it was delicious. I had gelato and spaghetti with tiramisu. And it was delicious. So time to
Good night.
that hurt.
Okay, so clearly y'all know they say hi, Alex. Clearly y'all can see he's doing great. But yeah, what I was saying earlier when I think you guys couldn't hear, it is very structured traveling. So thank you so much, Leanne. But yeah, we have a full itinerary. I'm here with the group and literally we're in the same hotel together. We get up and we eat together. That's the first few pictures you'll see in the photo album. And then the bus is ready to pick us up, right outside. So like 8 o'clock in the morning, we're on the road. Hi, Erin and Laura. I am streaming tonight, y'all. I'm on my phone. I'm on a data plan because the Wi-Fi is. But I'm so glad that you guys are here. I just wanted to pop on and I'll just walk you guys. I'm still going to continue to post for you and I'm still going to continue to kind of do my storytelling. But what I was saying is that I'm behind because per my post, we're still in Amsterdam, but we did cross over to Switzerland yesterday and we're making our way south. So Switzerland is north of Italy in Central Europe. So if you guys missed that live, I did recap when we were in. I had been to Zurich and Lucerne. Erin says, like the good old days. What is the good old days, my dear? Is the good old days like my struggle streaming? Is it like my struggle streaming? It's so embarrassing. But I appreciate you guys being here. So we're making our way south. So every couple days we change hotels. So we were in Zurich and Lucerne, which is in Switzerland. Yesterday we crossed over Italy. We were in northern Italy and we were in a city called Como, where Lake Como is. Good old days of struggle. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm telling you, I love it. I love my scholarly humble. No shame. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, I'm streaming on my cell phone on my data plan, and then I have another phone that I'm gonna go through the photos. I was hoping I could my screen, but we could barely keep a signal, so no, no, and no. Yes, so northern Italy, Como, yesterday. Today we are in Venice. We check out tomorrow. We're going to the Tuscan region, so we'll be in Tuscany, Tower of Pisa, and all of that tomorrow. And then we're going to end the tour in Rome, in southern Italy. So we're making our way down towards the Mediterranean. Erin says it keeps me humble. You're absolutely right. She says, so don't let the fame. Fame? Is Maggie famous? Look, oh, did I close it? Y'all, I have like this much real estate to try and swipe and see everything. All four of you who are watching live, thank you so much for being here. Oh, Mona wants to know about the food. Oh my gosh, I had hands down some of the best Italian food that I've ever explained it to you guys. It's actually, let me see if it's in the photo album, but if you guys remember the cooking collab that I did with AV, where she introduced a dish called bacalao. You love the pictures. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, yay. I'm glad you can see them. Y'all, I know it's a big photo dump. I am going to get them sorted. But the way that it works with this tour is we have some guided tour time and free time. So 2 out of the 3 meals of the day are included and with the group. So breakfast at the hotel, and then we all, come back together for dinner. But usually during the middle of the day, they give us free time, so explore on our own. So everybody has been telling me Italy has some of the best seafood, and that makes sense because surrounded by water, right? It's a peninsula. So again, we were in Venice, and Venice is the city where, y'all, I didn't know this. There are no cars, there are no buses, there are no bikes. The law. It is a city basically on a river, and so we have gondolas and boats. Excuse me. Even the police officers are on jet skis. So you walk everywhere and you basically bury your stuff in like a wheelbarrow kind of cart. So a lot of people, are ending up leaving, the city because they want the conveniences of the modern world. So a great walking tour. So when we broke for free time, we went to a restaurant, and I'm scrolling for pictures, y'all, because that's how I remember. There was a restaurant, and very common in Europe, restaurants have indoor seating. And then if the weather is nice, they have all of these cans that they put out and put the tables outside so you can dine and do people watching. And it was great. So I think the name of the restaurant is Piatti Fiori. If you guys are looking at the Google photos, you'll see something that looks like a menu. And I'll just tell you guys what we had. So the tour guide, when she gives us free time, she kind of explains to us. Oh, Erin Laura says, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She explains to us different areas that have, food that she would recommend. So if you have a craving for something like gelato or whatever, she'll tell you, a good place to go. And then we have a set point and a set meeting time that we come back together. And that there was a restaurant that served bacalao, and I kind of perked up because I was like, I've heard of that fish. And it is a salted cod. Oh my gosh. So let me just explain to you all. I'm looking at the pictures here. There's a picture of Alex with a wine glass. I did let him try my Prosecco. He did not like it. I know. But we ordered calamari as an appetizer. And when I tell you, it was the freshest calamari I have ever had in my entire life. It was in a little basket, y'all see for the picture, and then it had like a slice of lemon, and it even had some butter lettuce leaves. Even the lettuce had flavor. The food that we eat is so mass produced. It just has to grow so quickly, but you could tell this was grown with love. Let's see what Erin Laura says, that the sidewalk dining, oh gosh, let's see if I can read it. The sidewalk/street dining sounds like down y'all. I've never been. I hope to go one day. A lot of the court is closed up to cars. You got to drive around cobblestone-ish walkways. Oh no, no interruption at all. The fact that you're interrupting means that y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all have. I've been struggling with this stream, the Wi-Fi. I'm just, yeah. So no, that sounds amazing. So we had calamari. Now we have had calamari before in Atlanta area, but when you're in a coastal town and you get fresh seafood and the way that it's cooked, very lightly battered, you don't need any dipping sauces, just the flavor is so fresh. The calamari was excellent. So for our entrees, of course, they brought bread. Of course it was good. Alex ordered spaghetti, just regular spaghetti with meat sauce. The flavor in the sauce was none that I have had. I can't even explain it. It was so good. You could tell his eyes just kind of rolled back in his head. I ordered, y'all, there's a picture. I don't know if y'all can see. Okay, if you see this picture right here, I'm looking at it. It looks like 3 little circles. This is their version of the bacalao. So if you guys scroll down, you see it in the photo. So the little green squares is like a pesto potato. It was amazing. And I'll just hold it up just in case anybody doesn't see the photos. So the yellow circles were polenta, which is the closest to like grits in meal. So it kind of cuts easily with a fork. I know the pesto, right? Cuts easily with a fork. And then the white stuff on top of that, if you can think of, I know this is going to sound crazy, but if you can think of the best quality tuna fish that you've had, but you know, cod is a white fish with salted cod. I guess they preserve it in salt. And it was mixed, they kind of mix it up into like a paste, if you will. So it's a fishy, but it's not. It's just so fresh and so good. And so I had 3 of those. I don't know if this was an appetizer, but I ordered it as a meal. So I had 3 of them, and you can see 2 of them just have a little olive on top. And then this one in the middle had 1 cherry tomato cut into 4s and an olive in the middle. When I tell you, oh my goodness, y'all. I do not like olives. My ex-husband actually came from a military family and grew up, several years in Spain. And he always used to talk about adding, eating olives and adding them to like pizza and whatever. And I hated the flavor. It was that salty kind of. And he used to tell me, oh, you've never had proper olives until you've been to Spain or whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, I haven't been. When I tell you this little olive, you just can't. Fresh is best. I don't know how else to say it, y'all. Fresh is. And then lastly, the tomato. This little cherry tomato was the sweetest tomato that I've ever had. It just paired so well. So pesto potato, polenta cornmeal, the salted cod bacalao, a cherry tomato, and an olive. And I just like cut a piece with the fork, and the flavors mix so well together. And then lastly, oh my God, there's me. I don't know if y'all can see. There's me and Alex. They should be in the photo album, but the dessert, we both ordered tiramisu. And what I do when I'm traveling, I know Maya's getting excited. What I do when I'm traveling, like after he ate his spaghetti, he was like mind blown, right? Oh my God, that was so good. Um, he just sat there like, I know. We ordered tiramisu for dessert. Well, I asked well, of course, he got a Coke. He wanted to know what that tasted like here. I asked the waiter, what I should get for dessert. And she said tiramisu. And I'm like, I'm not a big like tiramisu person, but she said, oh, it's homemade. And so I took a little video. Y'all will see it in the photos. But when I tell you, oh my gosh, this, Alex got the itis afterwards. But yeah, the tiramisu that we had was just divine. It was just, everything from the coffee. I had Italian coffee this morning, and but it was so good you realize why they only put it in a little cup this big. A little goes a long way. So yeah, we had an amazing meal today. I'm so glad that we did. Back and see if there is anything else. But yeah, to answer your question, breakfast this morning was a continental breakfast at the hotel, just cereals and croissants and stuff like that. And then because we are in Venice and you can only get there, by waterway, we boarded a boat. Well, we took the bus from the hotel to, I guess, the port, and then took it to the boat to Venice. And I didn't know, but Venice is actually a collection of several islands. And so we went to one called Murano, Murano. And one of the things that we did this morning before our lunch is we went to a glass blowing factory and watched, a man make animal shapes in a vase. I mean, from this big blob of glass and roll it in the different colors and stick it in the oven and use his tongs and twist and pull and do all this stuff. You'll see some pictures in there, but it was just fascinating, fascinating to watch. And then she took a little piece of paper and put it on the horse, and it just kind of caught flame because it was still hot. I didn't know that they have to put them in an oven to cool down over 12 hours. So they go from, let's say, 700 degrees, and then they turn down the oven slowly because apparently if they're from being made to room temperature, it wouldn't be as durable, and so that's how it really stays strong. Let's see, y'all feel free to that you have, but you'll see in the pictures we were given, I don't know if y'all can see this, but they gave us all this little headset. So you can see here, it's like a little mini walker buds. The earbuds came in the Ziploc bag and then you wore it around your neck. And we had a tour guide, a local woman who has lived all over, walking us through to Venice, telling us. So when you're in a group of like 40 people in a crowded city like that, it's easy to get lost and you can't hear. So that was a really nice thing. I've had that experience too when we were in, oh gosh, King Louis, not Normandy, one of the cities in France. We were in a museum, which was a castle, Palace of Versailles, and they gave you those little earpieces. So whether you're in the front of the group or the group, she's talking into her microphone and the little device picks up everything. Okay, okay. All right. So let's see. What else? Beautiful architecture. Absolutely beautiful architecture. Just, you know, those of us who live in the States, you realize how young of a country the US is, being what, like 300 years old. When you go into churches that are like, built in 1100 or whatever, you're actually going into a building that's 1,000 years old. It's just amazing. You can see why. I want to know my favorite thing so far. You can see why, when those churches were founded and the cities were founded, they built them in a way, it was usually the biggest thing in the city, and they built them in a way so that people actually believed that, like God lived there, like that was the house, of the Lord. And you walk in there and it's just fascinating. Leanne wants to know my favorite thing so far. Good question. That's a tough one. Can you believe it's kind of like just being away from my routine? I'm flexible in the sense that I like what I like, but I am open to trying a lot of new things. I would say the surprise factor, Leanne. So you all know we've talked about these tours in detail, and if anybody wants to join next year, we're going to Greece, and they give us this whole itinerary, and they tell us, day to day, what hotel we're going to be in. All of that is planned out. But I'm going to be honest with you. I have so much that I have to make decisions about when I'm at home. I really treat this as kind of like adult daycare. I know that's horrible, but I just pack my bag. I look at where we're going in the temperature and if there's anything crazy that I need to, bring. But literally, I just pack my bag and my passport and I arrive at the airport and I turn my brain off and I just allow myself to enjoy an experience. So if you ask me, like, I know we're going south because we flew into Switzerland, but we will fly out of Rome. But what are we going to do tomorrow? I don't know. I know we're going to go to Leaning Tower of Pisa, but it is nice to, have a little one-on-one time with Alex because I did this with Marcus years ago, and Alex complained that he wanted to go. He was too young. You have to be minimum 9 to go with a chaperone, and I think minimum 11 or 12 to go unaccompanied and just travel with the group. And I said, well, Alex will be enough in 2020, and y'all know what happened. So we're not done yet. So Erin Lil, if I had to pick one thing that was my favorite, probably today's meal. I'm trying to think of, I love the shopping, y'all. I was in Venice today. I got a hat. I got Italian leather. Of course, I'm just FaceTiming Marcus. Shopping for people back home. I would say the gelato. I'm really enjoying the gelato. And y'all, it's not upsetting my stomach the way dairy is. Now, I'm sure it's full of sugar, but I learned that gelato and ice cream are not the same. Gelato is churned slower at a higher temp, so it's a little bit softer than ice cream, but it's thicker and it's creamy. So what I learned about ice cream, I think we talked about this when Titanium was on. Ice cream has ice crystals in it, and so that's what gives it that kind of rock hard, like takes a while to melt. But if you've had they actually put it into your cup or your cone with something that looks like a spatula. It's not a scooper because it's really like smooth and like, I think, soft serve kind of texture, all the flavors. And you guys will see some in the photos. I had one today. Yes, just one. But I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's made with like full fat dairy, but it does not upset my stomach. Like when I eat ice cream, I'm like, okay, I need to lay down. Why did I do that? I don't have that experience with gelato. So if I had to pick one thing, that's probably my absolute favorite. Um, let's see. Great questions, you guys. I'm going to look at the pictures and see if I can walk you guys through the rest of it. I'm just lots of shops, all of the name brands. I mean, Versace, um, all the stuff I don't have. Versace, Chanel. I'm sure I'm butchering the names, but Hermes, Loro Piano. Um, you just go down the street and they're all here. We did do a gondola ride. That was nice. Just being in the little boat like that, and they're having to balance who sits where, and the kids are thinking it's funny to rock the boat. Didn't love that, but the love was nice. Another thing that I really love here, you guys, is the fashion and the style. It's summertime, and I'm just loving, the ladies are wearing like flowy dresses, sandals, maybe a nice hat. Just very summer appropriate. Of course, Italian men wear slacks and loafers, very nice leather, but just out to get something to eat. Like people really put effort into their appearance, and you all know that. I know I got this boxy T-shirt on now. You won't see that again, but it just really is refreshing and nice. I try to do the same when I'm home. But, Americans, sometimes we can get really comfortable and just wear whatever is loose and baggy. I used to be the same way, but better when you put a little effort into your appearance. And so it's nice to kind of see that just out and about, or mom and daughter, or, whatever. I do love that. So I took some pictures of, different fashion and things, inspiration. I love this white dress with the red belt, still giving me West Side Story vibes. See, y'all know I'm still eating the bread, the croissants. I'm just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. See what else we did. So many videos, y'all will see all of it. I know it's just a big dump, but let's see. Gondola ride. Oh God, I did have some Italian pizza. It was so good. It was just so, so good. I can't even explain. So it is summertime here. As far as the weather, it's definitely warm, but being close to the water, those of you all who know, you always get that ocean breeze. If you're in the sun, you're definitely going to feel it, but there's so much like shade because these buildings are so close together. So there's like little canals, but little walkways, and you can tuck in and then get into the shade. So you're doing a lot of walking. I think Alex checked, we're anywhere between 12 and 15,000 steps per day. So easily a 5 mile day every day. So, you got to have a lot of water, drink your water, but it kind of works up your appetite. And so we did pop into it because unlike the US and some places where you can just walk in and use the facilities, for free, the restrooms here, a lot of them are paid restrooms. So what people do is you'll need to patronize the business, buy something, even if it's just a coffee or a bottled water, and then you can use the restrooms in the restaurant. So we needed to take a break, and so we found a little bistro restaurant, and Alex got a chicken sandwich, and I got a slice of pizza and some watermelon. I know, weird combination, but it was salami pizza, pepperoni pizza. When he warmed that thing up, y'all, it was, I can't explain it. I think really it's just the simple ingredients, but just really good quality ingredients. So it was a thin crust, obviously some type of, I don't even know, maybe mozzarella cheese, but even the sausage, the salami had such flavor just for the four pieces that were on there. The sauce, I really think it's the tomatoes and the soil. I've heard that the tomatoes have so much flavor. So when you have that in the fresh tomato, then anything you make with tomato, pizza sauce or whatever, is going to have that. I've heard like a little fly buzzing. Y'all, it sounds like they're having a party outside. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But the sauce, the tomatoes are just amazing. So in a salad, in the bacalao, on this pizza sauce, you're like, okay, okay, okay. This is what pizza is supposed to taste like. This is what pasta is supposed to taste like. Oh, it's amazing. I'm enjoying all of it. I'm not y'all, I'm enjoying all of it. I will get back on track. I'm halfway throughout this trip. I'll get back on track when I get home. But for now, so I'm just looking through the pictures, lots of piazza in the square, lots of souvenir shops for everything. So we got lots of Italia shirts, and I did get a hat. I don't know if y'all can see that. I did get a hat and a bag to match, Italian leather. Both of them together were $40. I mean, you just can't beat it. It's I'm excited. More ice cream. And then, yeah, I feel like I hear something buzzing. And then back to the hotel. So, all right, y'all. I will, I'm so scared. I will drop the link if anybody wants to chat. I'm terrified because um, I am literally on a mobile and I'm struggling to even like pinch and zoom and see comments. So, y'all, oh, let me see if I can type this. But yeah, that was it for today. Tomorrow, the plan is overseas deals. Um, Actually, no, Mona. I mean, it's not really a deal. It's kind of I guess I dropped the link for the way this works, but I'll just explain again. Y'all, this trip was actually supposed to be in 2021 last year, got postponed, and we were actually supposed to go to China, but because China is not handing out visas, we had to find a location that was, letting us in. So we ended up back in Europe. But these trips, I would say, are anywhere from like 3 to 5 thousand. You pay one price and it's all inclusive, and that's where I get the term like adult daycare. Um, Let me see if I can, y'all. I'm gonna try and get that link for you. If I can do this. Hopefully, I'm still. All right. Oh, I forgot. All right, I forgot I'm struggle streaming, so we'll see if it pulls up. But basically, we pay monthly about 2 years out. So the way this whole thing started, when Marcus was, I can't remember what grade, he came home and he said, Mommy, I want to join the French club. And I said, Marcus, you don't speak French. And he said, I know, but they have good snacks, Mommy. And I said, okay, you can join the French. And so this company came and did a presentation. Let's see if the link came up. All right. I think I can get this to you if I can copy it. Oof. Let me see if I paste this here. Ah, Lauren says the pictures look beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Actually, just me and my iPhone. Y'all don't have anything fancy. This is just me and my iPhone, but thank you. I do have a girlfriend who is a professional photographer, and she gave me some tips. But really, the key for me is just take a lot of pictures. So unfortunately, I gave you guys the photo dump, but what I do is I go through all of them and try and get 5 to 10, and that's what I make my posts for you guys every day, and I will continue. I'm just behind. um, this company EF Tours has been doing this educational touring stuff with young people for a long time. So I think it's like where middle school kids can get high school credit, high school kids can get college credit. Each tour has a theme, so whether it's architecture or nature or history or whatever. But yeah, so we went to this interest meeting when Marcus joined the French club, and they said that they were taking a trip to Paris, Normandy, which is also in France, World War II Normandy, and London. And they talked about, how this trip was going to be, they would go to the Louvre and they would see this and they would see that, and go to Palace and, all this stuff. And basically they wanted the parents to send their kids to see the world. And I'm sitting in on that interest meeting like, well, shoot, I want to go. Can parents go? And they're like, absolutely. They They basically take the price, and let's say if it's 2 years out, so this was like 2014 and the trip was planned in 2016. So they trip into monthly payments. I'm making up the math, y'all. But let's say it's like $200 a month, which, can be affordable. So, I paid the money and I'm just kind of like, okay, 2004, 2016, that'll be, we'll see when that happens. I got a lot of stuff to do. So you're paying every month. And then the way they work it out is that you're done with your last payment about 2 months before you travel. And you're just busy living your life. And of course, you're having meetings and, yeah, okay, we know this and that and da da da, safety and blah, blah, blah. And then you look up and you're like, oh, shoot, it's time for us to go. But here's what happens, Mona, with the travel deals. Let me scroll down, make sure I don't. Here's what happens with the travel deals that you were talking about. As soon as you finish paying for one tour, they just happen to announce the destination for the next tour. So when it's 2016 and it's time for us to go to Paris, they say, well, if anybody's interested, our next tour in, 2017 or whatever is going to be to South Africa. And you're like, of course, I want to go to Africa and see Cape Town and Johannesburg and go on safari. And so you're already used to paying I'm making it up, $200 a month. We'll just keep it going. And, I'm not missing it at this. Sign me up for the next trip. And so that's how I travel every year. And it's a great way for a single person to travel with a group because, you're alone, but with a group. Now you can go, obviously, y'all see that I'm here with Alex as a chaperone, but I'm still enjoying myself. But if you want to go, and we have had single people just come along, I think they charge an extra $300 so you can get a room for the duration of the trip. And I've done that before with another tour group. And I love it because at the end of the day, after all that walking, you come back and you take a shower when you want to, and you go to sleep when you want to. But if you have somebody travel with you, you can absolutely do that. So single people, couples, adults, kids, you can do any of it. So, I've shared with you guys. I don't know if that link worked, if anybody clicked on it, but next year we're going, and they're always in the summer. That way kids don't have to worry about school. So we're going to do the Greek islands in 2023, and then 2024 we're going to Egypt. So if anybody's interested in more information, I can definitely drop the links. You can look at the itinerary for yourself. But you all know that I'm an immigrant, and it is important to me, even though I've been raised here. Well, here, I'm in Italy, not here, raised in the States since I was one, and I have these all American kids. It's important to me that they see the world. It's important to me that they have an appreciation for other cultures, other cuisine, and they don't embarrass themselves or me by saying, "What is that? And why do they do that? And why do they eat that? Or they talk funny?" So, yeah. So the difference in price is going to be based on where you're going. So, for example, South Africa is going to be more expensive than Costa Rica. Distance, duration of that. But you guys can check it out, and you don't even have to go with a group. You can go to EF Tours, and they have the go ahead tours. You can just pick a destination and go yourself. But they will put together people from different parts of the country, because the way they make it affordable is they have to fill like these coach buses. If you guys saw my post from, I think, a couple days ago, you saw we're in this big Mercedes coach bus. So think about 40 or 50 people. So they will get, let's say we have 8 or 9 from our school, and then we have some kids from like the Boston, New England area, and they will, the tour company, they do all of this. They just what airport, Atlanta, and what my dates are and what time to be there. And then you meet your tour group at the airport. And that is the group that you're with. So you get to put names and faces together, and you see each other at the different, stops along the way. You ride the bus together, you're in the hotel together, you meet for breakfast. And I'm still connected with a lot of people that I'm on the first tour with. So unfortunately, we didn't travel in 2020. and we didn't travel in 2021. But if you guys have been with me since March, you know I went to Costa Rica with Alex in April, and now we're in Italy and Switzerland in July, and that's it. You know, God willing, no more delays and all this craziness, and we'll just get back to every year. So, if anybody wants to join, there's definitely a spot for you. Was my day today. Any other questions? I'm so glad we finally got this working. Struggle streaming on my cell phone in this hotel. Oh, I wasn't going to, like I said, I wasn't going to go live. I don't even know if I introduced myself, but I think I did. But because my series got cut off, and I wanted to make sure I gave you guys some content. But my original plan was to wait until I was done. I have 2 more stops in Italy. So we're going to be in the mid region, the Tuscany region tomorrow, I think for 2 days. And then we're going to be in Rome for 2 more days, and then we're done. So my original plan was to wait until I had seen all of Italy and then give you guys a video, a live stream, kind of recapping my Italy experience. But you guys let me know. Would you see one for the Tuscany region and Tower of Pisa, and a summary live stream for Rome, because I'm going to see the Colosseum and all of the excited. Or would you like to wait and just see one, summarizing all of Italy? I'd love to know what y'all think, or I can just put it in there as a survey question, a poll, because it is late here. It is 11:39, and we gotta pack and be up for breakfast at 7. So I lined it up. Maya says yes, yes, and yes, all of it. Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll live stream twice more. Is a travel day. They said it's about a 4-hour drive. So I'm in northern Italy, I think. I don't know. Y'all look it up. Where is Venice? I should know. My service is so bad. I just get on the bus and go where they say. But we're going to go from Venice to Tuscany. They say it's about a 4-hour drive. So tomorrow's like a travel day. So we'll do a little bit of touring and then get to the hotel. And then, is today Tuesday? Wednesday and Thursday. So then all day Thursday, I'll be in the Tuscany region. So probably Thursday evening, I'll do a live stream from Tuscany. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi situation at the hotel is better. And then that'll give me Friday and Saturday in Rome. And so I'll do another live stream. It's going to be mind blowing, just seeing all of that history, the Acropolis, the Parthenon. I don't know, y'all, but I'm excited about it. So I'll do another live stream from Rome. I don't know what hotel I'm going to be at. They just schedule all. We arrive, we go to the front desk, and they give us our room keys. So I don't pick anything out. So again, sorry for all of the technical difficulties, but I definitely will continue to post, give you guys as much as I can, and keep up with this tour. I'm having a blast, and I'm so glad that I came. Any questions? I know, Lauren, exactly. Lauren says I need to rest. You're right. Do I have any rest scheduled? No. Maybe I will record. Maybe I should do that. Just record some little summary videos. Baby, I miss you. It's late. 11:42 p.m. AV, I have to tell you. Okay, y'all. Because this is AV, I'm going to pull up the bacalao that I had today. And that's why I love you. And I'll just recap this 3 minutes and then we're going to go. But on our tour, some meals are planned and sometimes we have free time. And so I am in Venice, Italy. And the tour guide let us know when it was our free time where you can go to get different food on the island. And I was told that the seafood here is excellent. And she said, if you want this, if you go here, if you want that, you go here. And this restaurant has bacalao. And I was kind of like, what? I know. So we went to this restaurant and they had bacalao on the menu. But I'm going to show you, AV, how they prepared it. Let me see if I can. Okay. I know this is AV. I am struggle stream so bad. I'm gonna see if I can show you this. Okay. So this was like this gray slate tray, and the green are squares of potato, but they're pesto potato. The flavor was excellent. Oh my God, it was so good. And I'm on my phone, AV. That's why I'm having to pinch and zoom. Okay. So pesto potato, and then the three yellow circles are polenta. So in case anybody doesn't know, that's cornmeal. That's kind of like what we would call, but they shape it into like this square, and it was like a consistency of, I don't want to say jello, but it was very soft, like you just cut into it with a fork, but it kind of, they shaped it to hold it shape, they molded it. And then what they do with their bacalao, get into like a fish paste. And the way I would describe it is the absolute best tuna fish. I know that sounds horrible, but it's the salted cod fish, whatever's in it. And then these on the end, they put an olive in there. And I don't like olives, but these were the freshest, best tasting olives. And then this one here had one tomato cut into fourths. When I tell you, the flavor was amazing, divine. I could not believe it. And I thought of you, AV, because we just made it. But this, I guess Latin inspired dish. Let me see if I can show you guys this picture. So you can see I'm cutting into my polenta and you can see the fish paste there with the olive. Oh my God, it was so good. I don't know what's in it. Let's see. I think I did take a picture of the menu, but yeah, that was today. And then of course we had tiramisu for but yeah. So I just had to recap that because it was so good. It's not canned tuna. No, no, no. Maggie should have been a stowaway. Where are they gonna put my hips? I know, on the island. But yeah, it's so cool here, y'all. I didn't know this. Venice, you're not allowed to have a car. You're not allowed to have a bus. You're not allowed to have a bike. You can walk this city or boat. So the gondola ride is like, the way people get around. It's so crazy. Like you check into or out of a hotel and a boat pulls up and the porter brings your luggage. It's the craziest thing. Let me see. I took a picture. I don't know if you can see this, AB. I was trying to send it to you earlier. Okay, and I'm on my phone, so it's backwards. But this right here, I'm going to read it. It says, mantecato con polenta. So bacalao, I don't know what mantecato con polenta with polenta. It was in Italian. Boiled cod, olive oil, and reduced to a mousse, served with polenta. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I know it was so, so, so good. Yeah. Thank you so much. Look at Amy. Thank Thank you, my dear. She said, see, bacalao is global. I had never heard of it, AV. I had never heard of it until you made it. And I saw your IG. We've got to get together one day and do that mac and cheese. I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up. You don't have to. Y'all know I'm struggle streaming, but I always forget to do that. But yes, it was so cool, y'all. It was just, small world when it's like, wait a minute, I've heard of that before. So the appetizer, Alex and I chose calamare. Oh, the Italians pronounce every word, so it's buonanotte, good evening, good night to you all. It is, almost midnight here, but some margarita, that's me. But yes, so I ordered a Prosecco. I'm in that region of Italy. I asked the waiter, I'm not a big drinker, y'all, but I do like a nice glass. And they had a sign, and I thought it was a dessert. I was like, what is that? And he said, oh, it's Prosecco. It's what, like their house wine. He said, just like France has champagne, Italy has Prosecco. And I said, this or limoncello, what do you recommend? Because they had both. And he said, the limoncello they have it, but he was honest with me. That is more, I guess, popular in the south of Italy. So again, for anyone who just joined with this tour, we started in like Switzerland, Zurich, Lucerne, and we're making our way south. Every other day, I'm in a different city. Every other day, I'm in a hotel. So this hotel is kind of quaint, and the Wi-Fi is a little spotty. But thank you guys anyway. So Zurich, Lucerne. Yesterday I was in Como, Lake Como, northern Italy. Today I'm in Venice. Tomorrow we're back on the bus and we're going to Tuscany. So I'll see the Leaning Tower of Pisa and we'll be there for 2 days. And then the tour ends in Rome. So I'm making my way south towards the Mediterranean. And so when I get to Rome, I'll do the Colosseum, all of that. Y'all, I just get chills thinking about it, right? And so I will live stream for you all every other day to wrap up kind of what's happening in that city. And one of the things that I learned, hi y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm over here struggle streaming. But thank you all so much. But one of the things that I learned, I think I was trying to say this earlier, being in America, we think, one of the things that Alex said, we walked into a church that was built in 1100, right? 1,000-year-old church. And he was like, wow, this is old. And I was like, well, y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that music, but they are having a party. AV, this is for you. Can y'all hear that music? I don't know if there's a rave going on. Okay, yes, absolutely. Good evening, AB. Thank you so much for being here, dear. I miss you and I can't wait to see you again. So I'll just give you guys this little history and then I am going to wrap up no more than 10 more minutes because it's almost midnight here. But one of the things that I learned, oh my gosh, thank you. Can y'all hear that? Focus, Maggie. Sorry. Okay, y'all. Okay, the point I'm making. So when you grow up in America, we forget how young America is, right? A country that's like 300 years old. When you come to Europe and you see these buildings that are like 1,000 years old, of course they've been restored, but you just really get an appreciation for, history. But one of the things that I learned, we're jamming over here. One of the things that I learned, y'all, Italy is actually very young as a country too. So Italy, the country, has been around since 18 something. They told us in the tour, y'all, I forgot, it's a lot. But before that, Italy was basically a collection of, like, what do they call it? Based on these different families and regions, like the Medici family, the Tuscany, all these different regions in Italy were, they had their own, I don't know if it was a king or family, and that's where we get a lot of that history, whether it's from the Pope or Mafia or whatever. They used to war against each other, and then there was a king. I don't know what happened, but there was a king, and they decided to form Italy, in 18 something. So it's actually quite young as a country, but the history in these regions, and so people are still very proud of where they come from. Northern Italy, southern Italy, central, they have their different cuisine, they have different, fashion. It's just really interesting. Yeah, Roman states. It's something like that. I know. Y'all, they give us so much information on this tour. I should be paying more attention to teach you guys this stuff. Let me know if y'all want me to really like teach you what I'm learning, or you really just want to see the pictures and talk about the food, because I just kind of turn my brain off when I come. It's just nice to have scenery. Um, but yeah, everything that we've seen from Switzerland down, they have very heavy Roman influence. But interestingly enough, Venice, which is where I'm at tonight, Venice was not part of the Roman Empire because Venice was built on the lagoon. Again, no cars, no buses, nothing, no bikes. They're not allowed in Venice. You walk or you take a boat. Even the police are on jet skis. And so, unfortunately, a lot of people are leaving Venice because they want the modern comforts. And so, the population of Venice is declining. But yeah, when we were out touring, like I said, check out of your hotel, and the porter has to put your luggage into the gondola to, take you to the port. When you see the shop owners restocking their store, they have these big carts that look like huge wheelbarrows, either wheeling in the front or pulling behind them. All of this ice and supplies and whatever. Okay, Erin Laura says, teach us what you learn, but don't pressure yourself to learn everything if you're enjoying looking around too. Okay, I will do that for you. Sometimes I sleep on the bus, but yes, I will definitely. So yeah, that was something that I learned today. Italy as a country has only been around since like the 1860s, but the different regions of Italy have been in existence for hundreds of years before they became unified. And they all, like the whole Pope and that whole thing. Y'all, we're gonna go to the Vatican one of these days. Fortunately, they did tell us that there's no pictures allowed in the Vatican, but I'm very excited about that. So I've been seeing some huge churches. Y'all will see it. Drop the link early in this stream, so you guys will have access to the photos, and I'll shave them down and I'll continue to post for you guys. But yeah, I just feel so fortunate to be able to come for myself. Um, Another favorite thing that I would say is eating the local cuisine the way that it's supposed to taste. I'm not a huge Italian flavor kind of person, but the boys like it. And, like I said, my ex-husband kind of grew up in Spain, military family. And so he always used to talk about olives and how fresh they were. And I hate is a strong word, but olives, but being here and enjoying them with, the fresh fish and everything, you just get an appreciation for how food is really supposed to taste. And it kind of makes me a little bit sad because I had heard that in Europe, regular standard is what we would call our organic standard in the US. So much of our food is mass produced, and y'all know I'm not the food police, eat what you want to, but when you eat something you think you don't like and it's amazing, you're like, oh, I get it now. This is what an olive is supposed to taste like. This is what a tomato is supposed to taste like. This is what a lemon or lettuce is supposed to taste like. And like I shared with you guys, we ordered calamari as our appetizer. And one of the things that I noticed, I'll show you guys if you can see this. See if I can pull it down, y'all. I'm on my phone. So this is a little basket that came, and you can see the calamari here, and it had a slice of lemon, and then it just had a little garnish of lettuce. We ate everything, but there was no dipping sauce, no marinara, no ranch, no any of that. When I tell you the freshest fish and the flavor, we just squeezed the lemon over it. Even the, sorry, even the lettuce. Oh, look at me, I can zoom. Even the lettuce that we had as a garnish had flavor in the leaves. Sometimes ours just tastes like blah because there's not much in it. But y'all, this right here, it was so fresh and just fried and the great flavor. Let me see if I can show y'all so this is what Alex had, a proper spaghetti with meat sauce, but it was excellent. His face when he ate it, like he was just like amazed. But yeah, this is my meal, my bacalao, pesto potatoes and olive and the fish mousse. I know it sounds weird when I tell you flavor bomb, flavor bomb. And then the tiramisu. Did I get a close up of the tiramisu? So yeah, I'm having a great time. So tomorrow, hopefully you guys will be available to catch my recorded live streams. They're at 12 p.m. Eastern, little 5-minute videos that I recorded. Apologies again. I don't know what happened today. It got cut off. That's why I did this impromptu live. Sorry for the technical difficulties. But you'll see it recorded. If I'm somewhere where I have service, I try to get in the chat with you guys live. If I miss it, I always come back. Thank you, Lisa and Wilbert, for watching today. I did see that you guys were in there. And then since you guys want to see more, I will do another live stream when we wrap up the Tuscany region. Let's see. Okay, y'all, I'm on my phone, so I have to like pinch and zoom. Oh my God. Yes, you see it looks so different. Yeah, the calamari. Hopefully y'all can see. Oh, Wilbert likes fried calamari. It is so amazing. With the squeeze of lemon and the fresh Prosecco, like Alex and I wanted to cry. It was so good. So let's see if I can show this. Erin says, my dad's family comes from Prince Edward Island. The seafood, my uncle's catch just tastes different and fresh, better than grocery store quality in the big city. Yeah, y'all, I'm going to close with this. One of the things that oh my gosh, is Luke Hazley here? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Lucy. Oh, it's midnight here, so I'm just going to wrap up with this. Oh, Miss Lucy, please let me know if you saw the bacalao. Y'all, I'm struggle streaming my phone, and it is like I'm pinching and zooming on the screen like this. So I can barely see y'all, the chat. It's a lot. But I encourage you guys, if you're able to travel, and one of the things that I love doing when I'm traveling, I ask the waiter or the local people, where do you go to eat, whatever it is. I challenge myself to eat, even if it's something I wouldn't normally have, like I don't really drink Prosecco. It was amazing, paired great with the fish. I don't like tiramisu. Today, the homemade one, oh my God, it was amazing. The bacalao that AB turned us all onto. I did here. They made it into a mousse over the polenta with the tomato and the olive. Oh my God, it was so good. But yeah, So when you're close to the coast, try and eat seafood if you can. Give it a try. You know, if you're in cow country, you know, Texas, whatever, middle of the country, you know, give a steak a try. You know, I mean, just challenge yourself if you want to. Ah, thank you. And Miss Lucy, let me know. Did you see my post about Marcus in Nicaragua? But yeah, I will go live for you guys every other day and continue to post. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. Dottie girl, y'all are coming on. I'm dropping off. Tonight was a struggle. But yeah, so I am in Italy. Today I was in Venice. Yesterday I was in Como, Lake Como. So we're making our way south. Tomorrow I'm going to be in the Tuscany region. We're going to be at the tower, Leaning Tower of Pisa, and whatever else they do there. I don't know. And then 2 days after that, I will be in Rome, and I get to see, you know, the Colosseum and all of that. That's going to be mind blowing. And I'm going to the Vatican. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for struggle streaming with me. I'm going to delete the other video that were jacked up. And I don't know how long it took me to get this together, but I may have to clip it. Yes, thank you. Let's see. So Erin Laura says, have a good night, Maggie. Thank you, sweetheart. Thanks so much for taking time out of your trip to share with us. Of course, I always want to bring my scholars along. Have a great evening, class. Okay, I'm getting a low battery. Y'all, we have been through enough. Okay, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you can see the pre-recorded